Seldom is Richard Petty too critical. He's pretty careful about that. This may be one of the closest times, except in the heat, when they grab you right after a race and you're right up to here and you're on there. But writers are always asking questions. A writer asked Richard about writing the story of the Daytona 500. He said, "How do you feel about the Daytona 500?" And Richard said, "The same thing I said of this race back in 1959 still applies. If you can't write about this race, you can't write." On how he wanted to be remembered: as a fellow who had a job that he liked, and he did it pretty well. When they recall the greatest American athletes of the 20th century, I submit that one of the leading nominations should be Richard Petty. And the reason has become even more evident in the last 2 or 3 years, as he has proven to be as gentle, as available, as pleasant, and as caring for his fans and for his many followers in this time of defeat as he ever was in those marvelous days of victory. He carries every day the mark of greatness carried by so few in any generation. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to name as your first Hall of Fame member here in Daytona Beach, Richard Petty.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. I tell you, before we get going here, I want to introduce my replacement when I retire in about 15 years, Kyle Petty. I tell you, this is a super honor. I'm just really tickled to death to be here. You know, it's a situation where this whole situation started off a little bit. They kept growing and growing and growing, and I looked at, you know, look out here. My mother and Dad started all of it. Linda's trying to finish it up here. You know, Dale and Morris and all the people. I'm up here as one individual, but I'm not up here by myself. You don't see all these people that's standing behind me that got me here, that did it. You know, I was just a front man, I guess is what it is, and you know, I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm just very appreciative of the press, of the fans, of the, you know, STP, the sponsors, everybody. And like I say, it wasn't a one-shot deal. It wasn't that Richard Petty done anything by himself. Richard Petty's never done anything in his life by himself. He's always had somebody behind him, either making him do it or keeping him doing it or whatever. So again, I'm just so honored that. You know, it's an honor to get in any Hall of Fame, but when you're starting one off, you know, I told him. Most of the time, you know, people that get in Hall of Fames are retired. I'm just semi-retired for the last 4 or 5 years. So. But anyhow, again, I'm appreciative of Oceanside here that doing all this stuff, the Rotary Club. It's a super deal, and I hope that everybody's enjoyed themselves. I know we have, and you get into a situation that this, I think, can be a super deal, because you got to figure Daytona. When you say Daytona, you think speed, you think racing. You know, this is the birthplace of speed as far as the United States is concerned. And again, you know, all the people that run up and down the beach, you know, 20 years ago or 100 years ago or something, and you know, I'm still here, and I'm still trying. Probably 100 years, I'll still be running up down the beach. Thank you. Appreciate it.